I'm Arthur Moats, and I'm here to tell you about my new book, The Moats Theory of Life. If you haven't picked up a copy yet, I strongly encourage you to. This book not only is a fun read, but it's a guide to helping you become a person of impact and inspiration. If you are ready to take the next step to improving not only your life, but those around you as well, go get a copy of The Moats Theory of Life, and it's available at moatstheory.com. What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
It's good, bro.
Man, what's good? I guess I'm on bye week. Are we on bye week right now?
What do you mean? We got the Titans, bro.
Nah, bro. It's on bye week, man. I feel a little upset that I didn't get the full preparation for my bye week. I wouldn't be looking at you right now if it was like a normal bye. I'd be just, taking the fan. We going somewhere, but
Oh, we would have taken the week off too.
Yeah, heck. I mean, why not, right? Sure.
We didn't do it last year, but I mean, it's a new year.
Right? We didn't take a break at all last year. Remember
that?
Yeah. Even when you left and when I left and then you was injured, I don't. Injured. But either way, like we never took a day off. It was like, all right, we'll just record virtual. We'll, you know what? Selfie video, YouTube video. We'll put it together and make it work.
Yeah.
Even on vacation. Yeah. So that's why I was like, this year's a little different, man. We're a little more established this year.
A little bit, yeah.
And we got an announcement to make, man.
What's up?
Officially over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. We got to shout out every single one of y'all, man. Without y'all, man, there is no us. We appreciate y'all, man, from the heart. It's pretty big time, bro.
It's been a fun journey, dude.
Time, man.
Fun journey. Still more to come. It's one of those things.
We're just scratching the surface.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, because looking back to when we started, like we had, I don't know how many you had when we started. Was it 50?
Max. Because remember, I was anti-YouTube. Every time you would be over, man, we got to hop on YouTube. I'm like, man, I don't care about YouTube, man. IG, bro. Look at the platform, man. We good here. And then we dabbled in the YouTube. And now I didn't put that dope in my veins, and I'm hooked. Keep me on YouTube, baby. So we want YouTube. Yeah, just use YouTube it up. But anywho, man, the 10,000 of y'all, well, now it's 10,000 plus that subscribe, man. Big time appreciation. We're going to keep the content coming, man. Trust me, we did it through COVID initially starting where it was no sports going on at all. We kept that coming for you. And now, even in the midst of a unexpected bye week for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans, I guess, we still gonna keep the content coming, baby, because that's what we do. We are here for y'all. So yeah, we appreciate you. But yeah, man, I'm a little frustrated, man. I was supposed to be on vacation right now, man.
Wait,
if it was bye week, I should be on vacation. That's what I'm frustrated about. I'm not actually frustrated about the game being postponed or rescheduled. Just me personally. If I knew said bye week would be now, wifey and me and the family would have made a little bit of plans. That's all I'm saying.
You definitely have that max chill mentality right now. So you're trying to take most advantage that you can.
Yes. But it is. I don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
So I guess because we actually did get a chance to talk with Tuitt when the news first dropped. That was awesome for
it was supposed to be Monday or Tuesday at that point.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Monday or Tuesday. So anybody that hasn't had a chance to check out the new Tuitt interview, because we already interviewed him before, but we just had him on yesterday. He was talking about just the reaction to everything as it was playing out. And this was, like I said, under the assumption that the game will be Monday or Tuesday. Either way, it's still a dope interview you want to check out.
His answer for it, too, will hold weight whenever. Because it was the perfect
absolutely.
Hey, we're ready to play whenever.
Whenever. We're ready.
Perfect way to answer it.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, shout out to him again for hopping on the show. And I'm sure, like I said, man, just through the comments alone for the 2 interviews that we posted on YouTube, I mean, a lot of people have definitely enjoyed those. I mean, that whole interview and the videos and stuff. But yeah, man, it's crazy. In terms of the moving of the game, kind of like what we talked about, I wasn't opposed to it. I know people were saying that the Steelers are getting the short end of the stick initially because they're, oh man, now they're going to play on Monday or Tuesday, and that's a short week for them. Understandably so. If the game would have been Monday, I don't think that changes anything. It would have just been like a Monday night football game. Tuesday, if it was later in the day, definitely could become an issue because you're looking at a shorter week from a preparation and a rest and recovery standpoint. But now with them moving the bye week potentially, and they still haven't said that they're going to move it to the bye week. That's been speculation as well. Because right now the Titans have a bye week in week 7. Steelers bye week is week 8. Steelers also supposed to play the Ravens after the bye. I want to say
they would bump it somehow.
It was like weird how they were going to bump it all together where the Steelers would play the Titans one week and then the following week they would play the Ravens. But that's all speculation. Nothing has been officially announced yet. They also, I've seen proposals where potentially they would play a bonus week after week 17 and potentially move the playoffs back because they have the stadium, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. They have it booked for multiple days throughout the month of February. So they have the luxury if they needed to move it back.
That's a savvy play.
Absolutely by them. Heck yeah. So that is available if they do go that route. I think right now it's more so just a wait and see approach in terms of, all right, we can just say we'll postpone this until whenever, but it's more so going to be over these next couple of weeks. Let's see. Are we having this happen again? Is this going to be, all right?
You think they'll wait as opposed to maybe telling us the next day or two? Like
I personally think they will.
It's not a bad idea.
Because,
it's not the worst
right, because it's the thing. Right now, you don't really feel the pressure to schedule this game today. You don't have to make that announcement today. You don't have to make it next week. Realistically, like you have
at least
some time.
2-week preparation.
Right.
I'd say.
So you have a little bit of time. So for the NFL, the reason why I say that they're probably going to be gathering information is because whatever you do is going to set a precedent for the next time this happens. Because as much as we want to hope, and trust me, I'm 100% hoping that we don't have this issue come up again. But if it were to come up again, whatever is done right now, that's going to be the model that they follow going forward. And I think it's easier because it's just the Titans that had the outbreak. If the Vikings would have had it as well, well, now you're looking at 4 teams potentially being impacted. And then if that continued to grow, then you could potentially see them having just a whole bonus week after week 17 based on how many teams have been in it or have been affected by COVID. So that's why I'm saying I think they're going to take more of the wait and see approach before they just announce rescheduling, because if you just come out and say it's the bye, we're going to have this game on the Titans bye week and we'll move the Steelers and then they'll play on this game. All right. And then in 2 weeks, you have the situation again. If a team has already had their bye week, that goes out the window. You can't use that anymore. So
True.
That's the part with this so fluid. It's hard to just say, all right, it's just bam, this is when it's going to be played. Don't worry about anything else. And Tuitt kind of talked about that too, man. He said like the uncertainty, a little bit of, you like to know, you want to plan. We like to have this structure, especially when it comes to how we take care of ourselves throughout the week, preparing for a game. But in 2020 with COVID, baby, you got to be fluid. You got to be able to adapt on the fly.
Yeah, there's that. And if you're going week by week, that's all you need to know right now.
Absolutely, man.
It's Philly right now because the decision's already made for Titans. Yeah. We're on to Philly.
And it's a very favorable matchup. We know for a fact the first quarter of the season, we were undefeated. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers in that regard. And yeah, I think that I see this as a benefit. I know a lot of people were initially freaking out saying, well, man, they should have played the game. If not, should have forfeited and all that. I personally think that's nonsense. At this level, the NFL is not forfeiting games.
Dude,
it's too much money involved. We talked about that, bro. They're not doing that.
And I was thinking that too. If the shoe is on the other foot, if something happened with the Steelers, I would be outraged. If anyone was calling for us to forfeit, there'd be no shot in hell.
Yeah, and we also know this is not as if, because people also tried to make it like, well, it's the Titans' fault. They weren't following protocol. We heard Tuitt talk about...
Shit happens, man.
Dude, Tuitt simply talked about, man, how if his family's in the house with him, like how if his wife is going to get to the grocery store, if she's coming back to him, who knows what could happen? You know what I mean? Kids going to school, who knows what happened, man? Like, it's not as cut and dry as, oh, well, that player had to be out doing something reckless. Like, nah, you could have stopped to get gas, went to the gas station to get some bubble gum, some bubblicious bubble gum, and you know what I mean? Something happened. Like, it is what it is. It's not like it's negligence on the Titans' part and they should be punished, because that's how people were trying to spin it. Well, man, that's the Titans' fault. I'm like, man, this could very easily happen in Pittsburgh in 3 or 4 weeks. Now, we hope it doesn't, but realistically, it could. So I don't think that you should make a team forfeit because of something and not saying that the flu is COVID, because we know they're different now, is very, very clear. But when people got the flu before, right? And especially when it comes to sports, and a player might not have been able to play, or this might have happened, you don't chastise the player for getting the flu and say, well, man, you out there being reckless. How'd you catch the flu, man? You tripping. Like, nah, it happens. And I think with this COVID situation, it's a similar situation, especially as it pertains to the athletes, man. They're not going out here looking for that. You know how much money is involved with NFL players being able to be out there, man? They're not trying to give that up, especially the guys that have opted in. They're not trying to do that. So that's why I don't think that this is a right versus wrong, or, oh, they should be punished because of this. I just don't see that as the correct situation right now.
No, I'm just happy we got a season. And coming into the season, something like this could happen. You saw what happened with the MLB, and it's just one of those things.
And they had it with multiple teams that had outbreaks like that with the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals.
Hey, a problem comes up. You deal with it. You try to find the best solution. Initially, they thought they were going to be able to do Monday, Tuesday. They thought, all right, now we could maybe try to go to the Steelers bye week, Titans bye week, try to mess things with that, or do the bonus week at the end. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things. I wish we were playing this week just because I love watching my Steelers. I think.
Trust me, man. You know how I am right now on my weekends, baby.
Hey, man, but it is what it is, man. I liked what Tomlin said. We don't care. We're just gonna roll.
Absolutely,
we're just gonna roll.
And I think that was a perfect response. It was funny because it kind of reminded me of what Vrabel said when they asked Mike Vrabel about it the other when they first announced that they couldn't come in there till Saturday. And would you be prepared to play on Sunday? How do you feel about it? He was
That's the way it is.
Yeah,
you got to go with it.
Absolutely, man. And honestly, as athletes, man, we're so conditioned for that. Whatever the new schedule is, like everyone else complains about it. As athletes, we're just like, all right, let's go. Let's just do it. Are we playing on 4 days? Are we playing on 3 days? Is it a short week? Is it Thursday? Like, it doesn't matter. Of the circumstances do not matter. Just tell me when I'm playing. All right, let me prepare. Let's make a schedule and let's go about our business. So now I feel like outcry is about, oh, well, the Steelers could potentially not have a bye. We can play 13 games straight.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the new thing.
Do you know about this stuff?
Go ahead. I was going to tell you, man, the last time it happened, yeah.
Well, it's happened a couple times. But
there was one time
there was
where
one main one.
It equaled a ring, absolutely.
It was Super Bowl 40.
Yeah, man.
We had a bye week 4, and we won. And here's the other thing, too. The Packers and Lions have a bye next week.
Right. It's still going to be super early.
It's 1 week difference.
Absolutely.
And we already won a Super Bowl doing it. And it's been done before. I think even most recently, it was like 2012 was the last one. Unfortunately, we went 8-8 that year. I don't know what the hell was going on, but
that's the thing, man. Like for fans, I think fans put a lot more weight into the actual bye week and the meaning of it. For us athletes, man, unless you are like coming back from an injury, you're like super jacked up. You're never up here looking at the calendar like, when's this bye week? God, I really need this bye week. Oh, I hope I get a bye week. Oh man, I'm hurting right now. No, because you got a game to prepare for. You don't have time to be hurt. You don't have time to be tired. You don't have time to be sore. All you know is, it's Wednesday. All right, that's first and second down today. Okay, it's Thursday. All right, we're working on special teams and situational stuff. It's Friday. All right, that's short yardage, goal line plays. Like, that's all you're focused on. You're not caring about a bye week. When I played throughout my 9 years, the only person in my household that cared about a bye week was my wife. Period. Like, if you didn't show me when the bye week was, and even if you showed me, if it wasn't the bye week, I still wasn't caring about it because you can't allow yourself to focus on those type of things. When you hear Coach Tomlin always say this, right? We're singularly focused. Singularly focused. That's what he's talking about. You don't have time to worry about, we got 13 in a row. We got this many in a row. No, you better focus on your opponent. You better focus on your assignment for that day. Otherwise, the rest of it's not going to matter. You're not going to make it to the playoffs. You're not going to make it to a Super Bowl. So when we're talking about this scenario right now, that's the sentiment with those guys. They're not worried about how many games they're going to have to play in a row. Trust me, a lot of times we felt that it was better to not have the week off because when you have that week off, right, your body is so conditioned for, all right, Monday, coming for me is light workout. Tuesday, off day. Wednesday, practice. Thursday, practice. Friday, practice. Saturday, walkthrough / travel day. Sunday, game. Your body and mind is so conditioned for that when you have the bye week, it is so hard coming back from that because you relax for a little bit. Your body takes a break and now you come back and you're like, whoa, how long was it? Was it just 4 days? It felt like I was off for a month. And we also see teams that come from the bye. What happens in the first half of games? They're usually sluggish, right? They're going through the motions. Trust me, we experienced it 2017 bye week playing the Jaguars second round of the playoffs. You're sluggish. You're not on. You don't have that natural edge about you. That was when we were the victims of it. We were also the beneficiaries of it the year prior to that in 2016 where we go on the road to Kansas City who had a bye week. And we just felt like even though they had a good team, we felt like they weren't as hard as we were at that time because they had that week off. It is what it is. It's a part of it. It's tough to deal with. And you see the pros and cons to it. Like I said, if you're a beat-up team,
if you're injured, that's the only thing. We have no injuries right now, so it's not benefiting us from that standpoint. Correct. Whereas like in week 6 or 7, if someone goes down, but that's a complete hypothetical at this point.
Right, because you don't know who's going to get hurt and things like that. Another thing that I really like in terms of not having to worry about the bye week is you don't have to worry about having momentum going and then you break it for a week because of a bye week, and now you got to pick it up. If we got to break momentum, at least it's at the 3-0 mark, and that say you're 6-0 or 7-1, and now you got to take a week off. Now we trying to come back. You might drop that game. Your flow was just all off. Yeah, to me, I see this as a great situation for the Steelers. Number one, they're going to get extra time to prep for Philadelphia. Number two, a guy like David DeCastro, who's missed multiple weeks because of a knee injury, had his first game back. Yeah, he's going to get a chance to really get healed up. Also, Deontay Johnson had a concussion last game, right?
Whoa! You know what?
Now he don't have to worry about missing a game now.
I sound like an idiot. We did have some injuries. Yeah.
Well, those were like the two big ones, but DeCastro technically isn't injured anymore.
Right.
But we're just saying,
Deontay's a good point.
Yeah, Deontay with the concussion, that's big. With DeCastro, it's more so body maintenance, right? If a guy's missed time multiple games prior to that, even though he was healthy and played the whole game, you still want to take care of him because trust me, in the NFL, man, once the first day of training camp hits and you start putting the pads on, you're never 100%. That never will happen throughout the season. I don't care how many bye weeks you give the guys. But as it progresses, yeah, you're trying to stay as close as you can to 100, even if it's at 90, even if it's at 85, 80. So giving DeCastro, a guy who, like I said, missed multiple times prior to last week, give him a little bit more time. Maybe he can get a little bit closer to 100 because I'm sure he'll tell you he wasn't 100% last week. He played good without a doubt. But I'm sure if you ask him how does he really feel, yeah, it hurts a little bit. That's a part of it. That's a part of it, man. Yeah. So in that regard, this does benefit him as well. And other guys with nicks and bumps and bruises just associated with football, all right, you get that chance to heal your body up. Cool. But after that, man, you know what the focus is. And like I said, for me, I prefer it this way. The players, a lot of us, I won't say everyone because we never can just journalize it, but the majority of us, man, we like to just be able to go. Just you're conditioned so much to just foot on the gas, like don't make me stop and have to look around. And that's what they're not gonna have to worry about after this week, man.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I mean,
next bye week could be after they clinch it number 1 seed overall.
Huh?
Clinch number 1 seed overall. That'd be the new bye week.
True. Yeah, we'll have a little break after those 13 games in a row.
Absolutely, man.
That's true. Yeah,
dude, sitting pretty, baby. We ain't tripping.
Yeah, like I said, I'm good with it, man. You just do what you got to do. It's better to have a season, and then something comes up, you try to find a solution, and that's what's happening. And we're just involved this time. And I don't for all the points that you brought up, I don't think it's really that much of a downside. If any, it could be viewed as a positive.
Yeah.
Even though right now maybe it doesn't seem like that, but I definitely see that if we can be catching momentum, 13 games in a row, going on some runs here where a bye isn't bringing that up, yeah, I could definitely see it benefiting us.
That's a solid look at it, man. And I mean, I was excited about this matchup though because this was going to be a really good.
Yeah, I want to watch the Steelers on Sunday, man. Test, I really do. I really wanted to watch us.
For me, man, I was just excited to see number 1, 2, 3-0 teams because we said prior to this upcoming game, well, prior to the Titans game, the 3 teams they had beaten were all 0-for, you know what I mean? 0-9 combined records. And some people did have concerns with that because you ask yourself, well, what do we know about this team? We know that they've won, but it hasn't been the most impressive, right? But then at the same time, you can't control who you're playing against either. So they're still taking care of business, but you always wonder like, well, man, what would they look like versus a more viable opponent, a more quality team, a team that has won 2 games or has experienced a victory in 2020. And we were going to get that chance to see that. I also wanted to see how they were going to, turn back Derrick Henry. Saquon, they turned him back, but Saquon's a different style of running back than Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And the Titans' overall commitment to running Derrick Henry is totally different than any team that we had seen. So that was what I was most excited to see, man. But guess we'll have to wait. Jeez.
Hey, if anything, what we could do. Not saying it's necessary, but it goes into my mindset that I had coming into this week anyway. You could just add a little chip on the shoulder with this, a little us against the world here.
What is the chip for now?
And I don't know. It's just kind of like
y'all gonna make us have to wait because of COVID. Oh, I can't wait to kill y'all. Well, now y'all trying us, man.
I mean, you could say that, or you could say, oh, now you're gonna make us play 13 games in a row here. All right, we'll just win all 13. That's fine.
Whoa, I like it.
It's not necessary, but it could be an added piece there.
You're right.
Because I actually don't think it's one of those things where people are just against the Steelers and. Because, like we were saying, it could happen to any team. It could be happening at any situation. Just so happens we're involved. That's all.
That's it, man.
But if you want a little something, take that mentality.
Give the people something to hold on to.
Yeah.
I see you working over here.
I don't need it. Like I said, I'm the fan here, but the players,
Well, and I was going to say
you could add that on.
Honestly, for the players, Coach Tomlin talks about this all the time too, in terms of deciding once. Right? He always says, Once we come in that first day of OTAs, decide once. And what are we deciding? Super Bowl champion. Okay, that's the one thing. All right, what do we need before that? We want to clinch the 1 seed. All right, 1 seed. Oh, we need to win the division. All right, win the division. And pretty much that's how you go about it. We never talk about that again. We never talk about needing more added fuel or needing something to motivate you because you already got your goals. You said you want to be a Super Bowl champion, right? Super Bowl champion doesn't need all of that. You said you want to be the number 1 seed. Number 1 seed doesn't need that. You want to win the division. Winning the division, you don't need that type of stuff. I have been on other teams where we have been searching and wishing and hoping for different things to motivate us and rally the troops and give us a chip. But that's the beauty of Pittsburgh, though, man. And that's the beauty of Coach Tomlin as the leader here, man. He makes it real clear cut. And it helps because of situations like this, right? Right now, this is a favorable situation for the Steelers. But if the roles were reversed, you can't all of a sudden start changing your mindset from, well, we're not trying to be champs. We're just trying to make it to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to have a winning record. Like, nah, regardless of what's going on around you, your focus is what? Championship, period. You know what I mean? So for me, that's the thing from a player standpoint that I know, especially in Pittsburgh, man, they're not worried about any added motivation. They're locked in.
It is Super Bowl this year.
And nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
Every year.
Right.
Yes.
Nothing has changed. So that's always going to be their mentality, man. You don't need a pick them up or anything like that, man.
All right, fine. Us fans will take the chip.
Fans will take that, man. Absolutely.
We'll take the chip because here's what's going to happen. If it's week 7 or 8, we're on a little run here. We're winning all these games, and the NFL is making us all play all these games in a row.
There you go.
They made our bye early.
There you go.
We'll add that as a little caveat then.
I like it.
It's I don't know. Maybe that'll be petty at that point, though. That's a little petty.
What would have happened if we would have got scheduled for a bye week next week anyways?
Week 5.
Yeah. Kind of like what you said with you said it was Green Bay, right?
But it goes, like I said, that's just a funny thing that I'm bringing up.
Okay. I was like, would that have changed anything for people, man?
No, it's not, because it's nothing serious. Everything we were talking about up to that point where I brought up the chip on the shoulder is more how I'm feeling.
I'm trying to think.
Because I really don't think it's that big of a deal.
Well, no, because I was going to say either my second or third year in Buffalo, we had an early bye. It was like, I think week 4 or week 5. And we had to go on one of them things where you play all these games in a row. Now, granted, we weren't good. So that was the biggest reason why we weren't successful. But not once throughout those 10, I think it was either 11 or 12 games we played in a row. Not once did we feel, oh, man, God, this is so tough, man. If we would have had a later bye, this would have been better. It was just like, bro, this is football. You're supposed to feel tired. You're going to be sore. Okay, ball. Like, let's go.
Like I said, us fans could use it as an us against the world thing. Just a little added thing that we could throw on our takes, on our maybe Twitter things that we send out. But we could. Yeah, I don't know if I will, but it's just out there.
Well, if you need something to put on Twitter, I got 2 things for you, man.
What?
If you're a Steelers fan or if you're a Bills fan, you got AFC Offensive Player of the Month in Josh Allen and AFC Defensive Player of the Month, TJ Watt. Ow! I love it, man. I love it.
I only saw that TJ Watt one, man.
Of course you only did.
You just told me the news of the Josh Allen.
I'll just say it, bro.
Hey, good for him, man.
I got for TJ or for Josh?
Good for Josh, man. TJ, just on that track for defensive player.
Yes, you got to rack these up though. You rack these up, it makes it even. Yeah, I feel like it'll make. It's
probably what between
cut.
him and Donald right now.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's probably just them two, really.
Because I feel like everyone else either has taken not a step back, but they haven't been on the same level of productivity as the year prior, or they just haven't flashed like that. We're talking about Gilmore. He hasn't made the thing that made him so good last year. Not just the coverage, but it was the pick sixes. When you pull up the stat of, well, you scored more than the people you were covering, that's crazy. That was crazy. So that was that whole thing. Then when you talked about guys like Chandler Jones or Shaq Barrett, when you see the 19 or 19 and a half sacks, like, oh, that's crazy. Shaq, I think, Shaq, he was NFC Player of the Week, not Player of the Month. But he's produced. He's had a couple of sacks, but nothing to the level of TJ. And like I said, with Chandler, he hasn't made noise to that level. Tre'Davious hasn't been producing to that. I mean, in order for a DB to get, you got to have picks. You got to really be going crazy. Yeah, we haven't seen that from those guys. But with Donald and TJ, man, they definitely have been on a tear every game this year, putting up whether it's interceptions, forced fumbles, multiple sacks. Yeah, those two guys I feel like are the front runners right now.
It was a quiet player of the month, in my opinion, for TJ.
Yeah, for TJ, yeah. Well, I think the first game he had the pick, but he really didn't have any other like wild play. We were more talking about Bud. Then against Denver, made some plays there, and then obviously the Texans game, he had one. He had 1 second the Texans game, but he had the big tackle for loss on the end around reverse and everything like that. Yeah. So
I don't know. It just seeing 3.5 sacks and just his stats, it's like, oh yeah, like I said, it really feels like KD whenever he's dropping like 35 or 40. Yeah. You're like, oh wow, he's having an amazing game. That just came up on me quick though. I didn't really realize it like that.
No, yeah, absolutely.
3.5 sacks. Yeah, these are all numbers. This is kind of what you expect from TJ. Like if anything, it feels like Bud's jumping out a little bit more.
Just about to say that.
I don't want to sound like a jackass or anything.
I promise. I was thinking the
like
same
I said,
thing.
TJ, it just feels more quiet, and he's just doing his job, and he's just being TJ. Absolutely. Whereas with Bud, Bud is flashing. Yeah,
it's like you're seeing wow this year watching Bud, and that's kind of how it was last year. Last year we would say wow every time watching TJ, and then Bud had the quiet. 11 sacks, 11.5 sacks last year. It was quiet. No one really, we talked about it, but nowhere near to the level of how like when TJ was making plays was like, yo, this is crazy. This year it definitely feels flipped, but I think because of TJ's reputation now, he's to that level where you put up the numbers, it does not matter how flashy it was, how wow or not it was, you're going to get that type of recognition. And we talked about this last year with the awards. We said, man, typically you got to have that crazy year first, and then everyone starts to go crazy and talk about you, and now you start getting the flowers, right? You start getting the player of the month, your player of the weeks, and then ultimately your end of the year awards. So, man, I think TJ's right on pace for that. As long as he stays healthy, man, and keep doing what he's doing, looks good.
And I don't want to sound salty, man. Good for Josh. Like good for him. Like he's playing good.
So up until last game, he was leading the league in passing. Now he's second in the league in passing. Guess who he's behind though?
What is it? Are you talking about yards?
Yeah, passing yards. Mahomes is like 5th.
Passing yards.
I think Russ
hold on.
4th.
Yeah, it's not Russ. Passing yards. Is it gonna make me mad?
I don't know, man.
Is it Matt Ryan?
No.
I don't know.
I want to say it was Dak, bro.
Dak. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to say it was Dak.
That makes sense.
Dak passed him last game. Yeah.
He's been playing good too. Like
he's been putting up numbers.
It's weird because the Falcons game, that comeback was awesome, but then the Seahawks, it's almost now a letdown because he had 2 drives at the end of the game. Score a touchdown, you're probably going to win. Absolutely. I think they did field goal.
He did a good job to even bring them.
Oh no, he's playing good. He's playing good. Like I said, I'd bump him right now. I want to bump him over Wentz and probably put him closer to that top 10 right now. But I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to do knee jerk.
This is the thing. So it ain't no knee jerk with Wentz. Wentz tripping right now.
Oh, he's bad. But like, what if he comes back the next 3 or 4 weeks? And
but this is
hopefully not next week.
This was my thing. I was saying that I kind of feel that Dak and Kirk Cousins are kind of in the same ballpark right now in terms of they are putting up numbers through 1 through 3.5 quarters. Then fourth quarter, end of it, the last couple of minutes, it's like it's 50-50.
That's a weird thing. Dak did it with the Falcons.
He did that week, but then versus Seahawks, he didn't. But now, granted, the Seahawks are a better team. It's weird, man.
No, it's weird. He's playing good, though. He's playing really good.
This is some of the conversation, though. Kirk Cousins, he struggled against the Packers. Packers are a good team, undefeated team. And then who did they just play last week? Tennessee. Yeah, he played Tennessee.
Well, week 2, he was terrible.
Yes, week 2 was terrible. Versus Tennessee, though, he did some good things out there, man. So that's my thing. I'm just like, it's not horrible. But I think if you're outside of the top 5, this is kind of what you're going to get from those quarterbacks. They're not the elite of the elite. We know they're really good quarterbacks, but they're not in that category with the elite tier guys.
I know fantasy players are loving it though.
Oh yeah,
it's one of those things where you see the stats and the whole thing with the Dak contract. Oh man, he should be getting paid. But it's like, all right, I just saw
how effective is it?
I just saw the end of the Seahawks game where I need a drive, I need a score. I don't know how much. I mean, he's got the weapons and everything, so it's one of those things where you just kind of see how it plays out. If he keeps doing more of the Falcon stuff, then
yeah, without a doubt, man.
40 million. I don't know. That's just a whole nother conversation.
Man, what did Watson get though?
40. He got 40
too. He ain't gonna be far off of that.
No, I know. Yeah. I know, man.
I mean, you blame your boy Wentz, man, because he's the one who said it, man. When he got, was it 33 a couple of years ago?
32, 33.
Yeah, and then from there, it's just been going crazy. He said because he was the one who reset it initially, man.
Yeah, but Watson just got 40.
Well, yeah, I know now, but I'm saying like when we talking about Dak and potentially getting 40 or 41,
I would put Watson over Wentz for sure.
I would as well.
But 40 over the 30. I mean, now, yes, because Wentz is just, he's looking bad. He's looking bad.
Real bad.
I don't know what to say.
But you know who is looking real good, man, at the quarterback position, baby? Josh Allen.
Like I said,
Dude,
kudos to him.
He was
whatever.
giving you clutch. I know you asked, you said that you needed to see more consistency, right? You needed to see more accuracy. He's showing you accuracy. You said you needed to see more clutch. He didn't show you clutch. He don't give more clutch than last week.
It was impressive. It was a bad call, but
No, I'm not even talking about that element. Before the bad call part,
the third and 22
that he hit the Cole Beasley. That might have been the best pass I've ever seen Josh throw. It was crazy, bro.
He's playing good, dude. Yeah. I'm not gonna knock him. I'm just gonna hold out. Just
tip your cap. You good, man?
That's it, dude. Yeah. I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not even gonna say I did it last year because I felt good about the Steelers going into that game, and I wasn't confident in Allen. But he's stepping up this year. I'll put it that way.
What about Tannehill? How you feel about him?
Oh man, well I thought he threw 4 touchdowns last week, and apparently he threw 0, but he had a good game.
He actually did play well. That was the crazy part. He played well, and they had they had a young receiver that was going off as well, man. But after watching it on tape, I was like, I see why. I see what's going on here.
I know you talk. Yeah. I had the exclusive with you with Mark Madden here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of play action stuff. But
yeah, play action is
there's nothing wrong with that, but
it works for him.
I just don't see him as a top 10 guy. I still don't.
I agree, man. I feel like he's top 15, but
yeah, I agree with
he's
that.
Top 10. He's kind of in that same tier when you talk about the Kirk Cousins, all those guys. I feel like are bunched up right there. I feel like Deshaun Watson is the best of the. I feel like Deshaun is flirting with the great guys, right? The Mahomes, the Bradys, the Breezes, the Bens. I feel like he's flirting with that.
He needs a Super Bowl, or he needs like an MVP. He needs like the accolades.
or one of those like crazy playoff runs. If he could get that, I think that catapults him into that conversation. Right now, he's just on the cusp of. I think he's what you would call like the first man out or receiving votes. Like that's kind of where I view Deshaun right now. Great player, just hasn't taken that next step yet to be a superstar.
Yeah. I think my holdup's always been with those top 15 guys, 15 to 20, whatever it is. It's always the contract.
Yeah.
That's always my holdup, and why I kind of go out of my way and like ripping on him because dude, I'm telling you, you see these rookie quarterbacks coming in here dropping 300 yards on these rookie contracts. It's like, man, I'm getting more value there as opposed to I'm dropping 30, 35
but
million.
Time on now. I know you don't want to talk contracts and value. We don't want to do that, do we?
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll leave it alone.
I know, because we got good value here. Franchise QB. I got one of the goats here.
All right, man. I'm with you, bro.
I got one of the goats here.
I was just listening to what you was talking about with rookie contracts and the money and how you can allocate the money and bring in more pieces, things like that. That's all I'm saying, baby.
If you got one of the goats, you don't worry about that. Right. You got Rodgers, you got Ben, Brady.
Just paying whatever.
You got Mahomes, Lamar.
Just cut the check.
You're good, Russell. Right. Yep, that's it. You got one of the guys you could trust late in games.
You don't think Watson is one of those guys though?
Oh man, we like you said. I think we just got to see a little bit more. I said he's better than Wentz.
Okay.
So I do think he's good in that 30 range. I'm good with that. He got 40, maybe a little too. I don't know, but they wanted to pay their guy. That's their franchise guy.
He's the
guy. That's up
to
them.
He's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when that contract came out. I wasn't like really that opposed to it. Maybe a little overpaid, but
yeah.
Texans won their guy. They got their guy.
They're good.
Dude, I have him in my top 10. What do you mean?
I was just checking with you, man, because you went down this whole thing, man. Yeah, I'd rather have a rookie contract. Yeah, say Ricky down.
You know who I was talking about? I was talking about Tannehill, Cousins, Jimmy G, like those guys.
You think the Titans are tripping with Tannehill? I thought they did a good job paying him. He fits what they want to do perfectly.
I don't remember what he got.
Ah, man, because he was the first one out of everyone to get paid.
I think it was high 20.
Yeah, like 27, 28. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's good value, man. You see, they love him right now. They love him. He's perfect for what they're doing, man.
If they're good with that, that's
he's
fine.
Accurate enough for play action.
Like
that's all you need from him, man.
Kyler Murray, yeah, he's good in those 30 range. Like I see, like him and Deshaun Watson. You're good with paying that.
We ain't even seen enough of Kyler yet. You want to pay that boy 30 right now?
I'd put him over Tannehill, dude. I would actually,
What has he won? What has he done? What has he done?
Kyler?
Yeah.
No, I just see it though. You see the it factor. Like honestly, I'd put Josh Allen over Tannehill and Cousins. I'd give him between the 30 or 40 range.
Josh Allen at 30?
Huh?
All right, I'm cool with that.
Right now, based off the projection.
All right.
Based off
I just want to hear from you. I ain't tripping.
we know what Cousins and Tannehill, Jimmy
Jeez,
G.
so if Josh is in the
capped.
30 range,
They're
then
capped.
Ben is what, 45?
I think he's going to take a team-friendly deal here. Try to win these chips coming up.
Ooh, hometown discount.
I don't think that really matters.
All right.
He's the franchise guy.
Okay.
He's late in his career. He knows what he wants.
All right. Okay. I like it.
Yeah. So, like I said, that's all based off now. The legit thing, though, is I still need to see maybe a little bit more with Josh Allen.
Fair enough.
Going forward, but he's been playing
enough.
great. He's been playing great. But if we're talking contracts now, I do think he has more upside than some of those guys in the 15 to 20 range.
Fair enough. I ain't opposed to it. And I do share your sentiment, too, man, in terms of Josh. Like, you already know, I was a big believer in him going into the season, even dating back to last season. I still want to see more because this is, thought he would take a step forward. This, though, is kind of crazy. I didn't think it would be this much of a step forward, you know? So I need to see, like, is this going to be the new reality? Because this is reminding me of Big Ben. This is reminding me of, like, MVP Newton. Like, that's the vibes I'm getting when I watch him. Are you playing with me, though? You know what I mean? Don't give me the Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, you know, he good for this. He give you about 3 to 4 weeks of just, like, lights out ball.
But that's what I'm saying.
And then he disappears, and you're like, bro, what is this? So
Dude.
that's all I need to know. Like, is this for real?
Josh Allen has the talent, though. Kirk Cousins doesn't have the talent. That's what I mean.
Well,
Like,
and you look at the draft pedigree too, man. Josh Allen, first round pick. Kirk Cousins, what was he, 5th round? I think it was 5th round. Fourth. Yeah. You draft RG3, number 2 overall behind Luck, and then you turn around in the 4th, you draft Kirk Cousins. Everybody's kind of like, oh, why you got Cousins? And then you look at this career, 10 years later, drastically different, man.
Yeah, he did pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. This was a random spiel on
That was. We
quarterbacks.
weren't even going there, man. We were gonna briefly talk about.
No, you were talking about Allen. You were talking about Allen.
Oh, that's.
I don't know how we got to that.
Allen. I was talking about the guys winning awards in terms of TJ getting Defensive Player of the Month, and then obviously Josh got Offensive Player of the Month. So I just figured they kind of go hand in hand.
You brought up Dak in the passing yards. That's why we started.
Because he's second in passing overall right now.
That might have been my fault. It's like going there where it's like, all right, where's Dak right now? I put him over Wentz, and then we just started.
It's all good.
We started getting into it with that.
Well, shoot, man. I feel like, do we have anything else football related right now? Because like from a storyline,
I really don't.
Man, we
Julio
said there wasn't
to the
a lot,
Patriots.
man. Yeah. I guess this. What game are you looking forward to the most then come Sunday?
Wait, did you not hear that rumor?
What'd you say?
Julio to the Patriots?
I did not hear that rumor.
I don't know if it's a legit source.
That would be nuts.
I don't know if it's a legit source.
Nuts. Well, they did dabble in there and get Mohamed Sanu. So they got a relationship.
Yeah, but
they got
that's different than trading Julio to the Patriots, especially after
stage.
Especially after the Super Bowl thing that happened with those two teams.
Though, at this stage?
Huh?
At this stage, though, Julio's 31?
Dude, no. You can't do that if you're the Falcons.
Bro, you're going to fire your head coach, Dan Quinn, at the end of the year. I don't care what they're saying.
Just don't trade him to the Patriots, please.
Oh, okay. Just don't trade. Because I'm like, if
you can't do that. You lost to them. You were up 28-3. Now you're going to give him Julio. It's one thing trading him Sanu.
They're not even in your conference,
That's not
though.
the same.
They're not in your conference, though.
Don't do it.
If I'm trading Julio, I don't.
For the Falcons' sake, I know I don't want to see the Patriots getting him, but just in general, you're going to be an embarrassment.
I agree, but we've seen teams say, you know what, we're going to commit to the rebuild. Let's offload assets, offload them, kind of like what Oakland did with Khalil Mack. Let's trade Khalil Mack to Chicago, get a whole bunch of draft picks, rebuild. Now you look at the Raiders, and yeah, they look good right now. So you could see a scenario like that if they were to say, you know what, we're done with Dan Quinn. Let's pull the plug on this operation. We'll trade with Julio. You know you're going to get good assets for him right now.
Who needs a receiver other than the Pats?
I mean, everybody can use a Julio. Let's be real about it. That's kind of like saying, hey, who wants this receiver right here? I'll take him. Yeah, I want him. He's nice.
I think we're good.
I can assure you, if Julio came on this team right now, he would be the best receiver. Stop playing games.
I'm just saying.
Stop playing games.
I'm not. Listen, dude,
I'm with you. With black and gold goggles, you know me, man. I'm right there with you. Listen,
I'm not playing games from the standpoint that I like our receivers, but yeah, you're right. If we could trade a 6th round pick and we get Julio, yeah, it'd be a great trade. But
you're crazy.
I don't think they're doing a 5th or 6th round pick. Is Claypool the next Julio? Is what I'm thinking.
We'll find out.
I've been saying it.
1 year ain't enough though.
Well,
1 year ain't enough. 2 years not enough. Nah, if you're gonna be the next Julio, I'm gonna need at least 8 of them years from you. Julio dominant.
Julio had 900 yards his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 7 or 8 touchdowns, something like that. So let's just see if Claypool could keep that pace, and then he goes from there. And Julio was hurt.
You got to think
he was hurt his first couple years too.
And I was gonna say, you got to think how much the game has changed since Julio came in. That's over 10 years now. It's different. So don't just that's oh man, look at the stats and the guy from 2020 versus the guy that came in 2011, right? He was 2011 because I was 2010.
Am I just getting old, dude?
You are, bro. That was 2011 when he came in the league. Think about how long ago that, bro. In 2011, they were still using fullbacks like the majority of the teams were. It was still run heavy, man. This is different now.
It is.
This is spread ball, man. We looking like college out here now, man.
Which cool. I mean,
I ain't against it now. Like
it's
exciting.
It's a fun vibe. So wait, so is that your take on Julio to the Pats?
I guess so. I'm not opposed to it. If you're gonna get rid of assets, as long as you're getting something good. They got a second for Mohamed Sanu last year though. If the Patriots gave you a second for Sanu, what do you think they would give you for Julio? Just ask yourself that, man. A second for Sanu.
I don't know.
You got to be getting that. I'm assuming at least a first and something else. If they give you a second round pick for Sanu, Mohamed Sanu is nowhere near Julio. Not even in the same conversation as Julio. And for him to get a second round pick, come on now.
Timing could be a part of it too.
Well, last year it happened during the season as well.
What I'm saying is, if the Patriots don't feel like they need a receiver as bad as they did last year, they might be willing to just offer up lower prices, as opposed to if the Falcons feel like they need to get rid of Julio now, then it's just like, look, that's what I mean, all about timing. So what if the Patriots just saying, hey, we're only going to give you a first rounder right now?
But if you're the Patriots, you could a first rounder for Julio, you'll take that. He's 31 years old. He still has 2 years left on the deal, I think. So,
but that's what I mean. Compared to the Sanu for second rounder, that's a way better deal this year for the Pats.
Yeah,
way better deal if you're talking value and stuff. I don't know, but maybe some other team could offer something better though. I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know if the Pats are the only team on the market.
I just think if
right
you're
now.
the Falcons though, man, if you are looking to move Julio, you're not putting him anywhere in the NFC. It's kind of like with the whole AB situation, right? If things could have worked out how the Steelers wanted exactly, yeah, AB's not in the AFC anywhere where they're gonna have to see him. You go over to the NFC. You want to go somewhere over there? Go over there. I don't want to see you. Definitely not in the division twice a year. I don't want to see that at all,
dude. Man, looking back on it, he did the thing. He pulled it off the way that we wouldn't have wanted it.
Yeah,
going to the Pats.
It worked out. Like that's the one we didn't want out of all teams. Like, bro, you can go anywhere but New England. And sure enough, somehow, some way, he ended up in New England. Like, bro, this is nuts. For week 1. Like, how? How did you do this?
That was wild.
Yeah.
And we just happened to play them week 1. It was devastating a little bit.
It's crazy.
It hurt our morale. Yeah, Julio to Pats. I got nothing else around the league. You talking about matchups? There's a big one.
Because for me, the 2 games I'm looking forward to obviously is Patriots and Chiefs, and then
that's it.
And then Bills Raiders. Bills Raiders, because Bills 3-0, Raiders sitting at 2-1. I think those are 2 top tier matchups. Who else has a big time matchup this week, man?
Browns Cowboys.
That's a big time matchup.
That's not bad. That's not bad. There's not too many good ones here.
Okay.
No, there aren't. I could run through them. You could say
let's do it, man. Yeah.
Good or not good.
All right. I might pick a winner in these 2.
Tonight, Broncos, Jets.
All right, who you got?
That's not good though.
Well, who do you have winning that? Well, just flash round. Who you got?
Jets are at home. They got the better quarterbacks. I'm going Jets.
Okay. They got the better quarterback. I think Broncos are the better team. I'll go Broncos.
Ripien, third round or third string. Okay.
I have zero interest in this game, man.
Cardinals, Panthers. See, I don't consider that really a good matchup.
I think it's a sneaky matchup.
Panthers fine.
Have been the Panthers defensively good, offensively Bridgewater's playing well.
Not bad.
They still got to improve. Yeah. I just think like first year head coach under them as well, man. They got some stuff going on. I'm gonna go Cardinals though. I think Cardinals are hot, man.
Yeah, same. Good or bad matchup though.
I say good. It's not. That's not a bad. I think of that Thursday one is bad. The one tonight is bad.
Okay. What did I say? I said not many good matchups. So how about we label it good? Can you say medium or average? Good, average,
good,
bad.
average, or
so
bad.
what do you consider that one?
So what the one we Cardinals and Panthers? Average.
Average. Yeah. Average. Same. Okay. Colts, Bears. Actually, that's not bad.
I think that's good because you got Foles at quarterback.
You're saying good?
Yeah, that's good.
Good matchup.
I like that one. That's good.
You saying Bears then? Bears at home.
I'm not saying.
Colts 2-1.
I got Colts winning on the road, even though I think Nick plays well.
Okay. I got Bears.
All right.
Bengals, Jaguars. That's bad matchup. Actually, somewhat interesting.
They're gonna play well though because the Jags are actually they're decent right now.
At Cincy.
I'm going Joe Burrow at home, man.
I agree with you.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a win yet. He has a tie and two losses. Yeah, tie and 2 losses. So I think he gets his first win this week, man.
Browns at Cowboys.
Oh, it's at Dallas. Cowboys winning that, man. I think Dak has a nice showing.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Even though the way that the Browns have been running the ball, if they commit to this style, they could be a problem. But I'll go Cowboys I need to see them like do it again for me to really start believing that they're committed to it.
Good, bad, or average. That's the matchup. I said good.
I say it's good.
Good matchup. So we got 2 good matchups.
With all things considered, yeah, it's not a lot of savory matchups you've been naming.
I know, that's what I said. That's what I told you. There's not a lot of good matchups.
Is that the 5-star matchup this week?
I think. Yep. Saints Lions.
Bad
matchup.
I got Saints in that.
I got Saints too. All right, Vikings Texans. Bad.
But I'm going Texans to get a dub.
Yeah, it's at Texans too. Seahawks Dolphins. I told you, dude. There's not many good matchups.
Bad, but where's the game at?
Dolphins Miami.
I got Miami pulling up. Let's go Fitz.
There it is.
Let's go Fitz.
I disagree. I'll take Seahawks,
right.
But I'm not. I like the upset pick.
I just feel like, man, West Coast to East Coast I'm assuming the game's at 1:00 or is it 4:00?
1. Yep.
Yeah, 1:00 West Coast to East Coast. It could be a little tough.
Chargers Bucks at Bucks.
Actually,
I'd say
this
average.
This is sneaky. Yeah,
above average, but I wouldn't say good.
Yeah. It's not good all the way when I think of. Well, no, because Justin Herbert's been balling. He's 2 back-to-back games, 300+ yards.
Injuries on their defense, though.
No, Melvin Ingram. He's down. Derwin James is down.
I got the Bucks getting the win. I think
it's a good game. Bucks win, but good game though. I think it's a good
matchup though.
I think it's a good matchup.
Whoa, I disagree with you on the matchup.
I'm excited because you got Father Time versus the young rookie.
I'd say it's above average. Anything Brady's in, like at least.
But the Buccaneers defense, you got the names in terms of Joey Bosa. He's still gonna be out there. You still got Desmond King in the secondary. Chris Harris Jr. is injured, so he's not gonna be out there. Man, what about the running back situation in LA? Is Eckler, is he healthy or is he hurt?
I think so, yeah. I haven't heard anything.
Well, that counts for something, right? And then Fournette, what is he going to look like?
He's good, dude.
Yeah, all right, so yeah, it's good. I think it's a good matchup.
Good matchup.
I'm going good.
Okay.
Going good and give me the Bucks.
Ravens, Washington, at Washington.
Bad, but Baltimore wins.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Giants.
Washington's D-line will make it interesting, though.
Oh yeah, good point.
It will make it.
I think Ravens are going to bounce back for Monday night.
They definitely will. So you're not on the sky's falling for the Ravens. They suck. It's over for them.
Nah, I really don't. Really I thought it was a bad game for them. Yeah. And that's the thing. They were talking about this. Those other 2 games were actually kind of close, I think.
Yeah.
The Ravens Chiefs ones where they're saying, Lamar's 0-3.
This is the biggest deficit.
Yeah, it was a terrible game.
And even still, they still cut it down to 1 score. What, in the middle of the fourth?
Yeah, because it was in the second half, Chiefs were like stalling on 3 of those drives.
Yeah,
they were terrible. And then they almost let them back in it. But yeah, I thought it was just a bad game. They definitely got it down to 1 score. I do remember that. It was either 10 points or 7 points, but it was definitely in the second half, like fourth quarter time frame. I was like, all right, could be. You have a terrible game and you sneak one out. But the Chiefs, they did what we all thought they would do. Yeah, Mahomes is pretty good. Yeah. And then Rams Giants.
Oh, that's bad.
At Rams.
That was bad. And the Rams are gonna go crazy.
Yep.
Didn't the Giants just get whacked upside the head? Who just beat? Oh, the Niners. The beat up Niners beat them. Whew.
Yep.
Yeah, put 30 on.
Chiefs Pats. Good matchup.
Great matchup.
At Chiefs.
Give me the Patriots
on the road.
Killer Cam. Let's go. And shout out, you see he has like a nickname for everybody on the team, bro.
Yeah.
Like they were showing his list of like names. Like for Sony Michel is Son. For Edelman is Jules. It was like this list of just names. I was like, yo, this is nuts. But it was cool though when you're seeing it. Like I feel like as a teammate,
that's thoughtful. That's being thoughtful.
Yeah, as a teammate, you like that. Like if a person gives you a name, you like, dang, bro, like he actually like he knows me. Like this is dope. He has like the McCourty twins as McCourty twin 1, McCourty twin 2, and he's like, yo, all right, that's these 2 guys. And now with Burkhead, we call him something. I forgot what he had, but it's like a list of all these names. Obviously, it's the full team. You're like, bro, this is nuts. But yeah, man, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that is pretty cool. Man.
And he calls Bill Belichick $1 bill.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Man, in this game.
Yeah, I'm liking Cam though, man. I feel like because
I think it's going to be like the Seahawks,
I do
Patriots.
too.
I think the Chiefs will win.
Fair enough. Because I thought they should have won. I felt like the Patriots should have won against the Seahawks, man. We talked about the throw in the end zone. Obviously, great goal line stop after that, though, by the Seahawks defense. I just don't think that the
You
Chiefs...
think Patriots will pull it out this time?
Yeah, I don't think the Chiefs are built in their front seven like how the Seahawks were when you talk about Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright and some of those guys up on the D-line. And at the time, they still had Bruce Irvin. He was healthy for the beginning part of that game. I just think that the Seahawks are built more for that style of play, whereas the Chiefs, I don't see their defense being built for what Cam is doing right now.
Yeah. I understood, man. I think, it's going to be a good game either way.
I hate the fact they don't have any pass rush that's going to be able to get to Mahomes. That's the recipe, man. You got to be able to rush for and play coverage behind it, man. And right now, the Patriots, they don't give you that.
Yeah, you saw Russ light them up.
Right. Yeah.
Bills Raiders.
Great matchup.
That's a good matchup. Yeah, I'll agree with you. Good matchup. At
it's
Raiders.
In Vegas, though. That's my only issue. It's in Vegas. And I really like this Raiders team.
I know. You're really high on them.
Because they're playing that's the thing, bro. They remind me of when I watched the Titans. Not flashy. Difference is this, though. Titans, even though they're sitting at 3-0, the Titans have had a lot of self-inflicted wounds, right? Offensively and defensively. Whereas the Raiders, they don't beat themselves. Like they look like a well-coached, just really good team. Not great though. They're not gonna wow you in any way, shape, or form, but they're just a good team. And I'm a little nervous because I told you about the hangover, man.
I know.
Yeah, who you going with, man? You name that one first. I'm nervous on that one.
As weird as it sounds, I'm probably taking the Bills. I don't want to make the pick, but I gotta call it like I see it. I don't think the Raiders are that good.
Let's go Buffalo. I roll with them too, then baby. Let's ride.
Eagles Niners, bad matchup.
Eagles Niners.
It'll be interesting. That's the Sunday night game.
Well, the thing that's funny is
it's interesting though.
The Niners are banged up, and Philly's O line is terrible, and Wentz has been playing well. Where's the game at though?
At Niners.
Oh, we've been out there to the Bay. You know what that's like.
Do we want the Eagles to win? Wait, I'm thinking for Steelers here.
Say what? This is NFC. We gotta have a root interest on NFC games too.
Because we play the Eagles next. So like, what's gonna be their mindset after this game?
I'd rather they win this week, so then that way they get a letdown because you feel like, oh, we got off the snide now. We finally got us one. Whereas if you lose again, you're pressing. You're like, bro, we're gonna be extra.
Could you be worried that they're off the snide and now they're a little more confident?
Well, it's either way, because if you lose again, now you're saying, well, now we're really pissed, and now we can't wait to beat this team. You can't, and it's the Keystone State battle. So yeah,
maybe we should just take your advice. No negative energy out there.
Yeah, I just leave that alone. I think it's gonna be interesting in the sense of the Niners being decimated with injuries, but still finding ways to win last week. And then you got the Eagles, who they've had between the injuries and the opt-outs, they aren't at 100% either. But
at least they got their quarterback.
Right?
Yeah.
You got Wentz, but he's not playing well. But you know Nick Mullins, baby. Come on now. I told you the backup quarterback named Nick, and it's different.
You going 49ers?
Then? Give me the Niners, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the Bay. Man, like I said, bro, as much fun as we had in San Fran last year, you can't go against them in the Bay. Come on.
I think I'm going to pick them. Yeah.
It's in the Bay?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick them.
You know how you felt in the Bay? What you remember in the Bay? You remember a little bit. You remember enough. Shout out to the Matson boys. You know, they're the homies. They introduced us the right way. You know that? That's all I'm saying.
There's good times out there, man.
So for me, I'm just saying it's a prime time game. You know what? Yeah, get hyphy.
Dude, what's his John? Did you see from Steeler game? He was posting some videos out today, like throwback day. I guess this might be the 1 year to this date of
I did see,
us being out there.
I'm drawing a blank on his name. On IG, his name was like SS Mero. I'm drawing a blank on his real name though, but
the cat. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he brought me the Henny. I was like, yeah, I appreciate that because I'm not a beer guy. Thank you. But yeah, he posted something as well about when we were all out
crazy.
there. Like,
That's crazy.
Time, bro. It was a great time.
It was a good vibe out there. Yeah, I'm going 49ers.
So go Niners with that. All right, who else you got?
Last one, Monday night, Packers Falcons. I'd say bad matchup.
Well, this is why I think it's
going to be
matchup.
Anytime you got Rodgers, you're at least going to be watching or tuning in.
I'll say this though, as a whole, the Falcons can score. They've shown that. they've shown that they can take leads as well. Their problem is finishing games. So I think it's still going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be some just lopsided, boring blowout. I think the Falcons are good enough to score with them. I just don't think that they're going to be able to, number one, stop Aaron Rodgers in that offense because they are on a tear. And number two, we just know that the Falcons, regardless of what happens, they're going to find a way to not finish it. Regardless if you're waiting on an onside kick, if you done gave up 2 touchdowns, it doesn't matter. They're going to find a way. And the Packers right now, they are highly motivated, especially Aaron Rodgers.
You just wish the Falcons record was like 2-1 or something like that.
It would be a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it'll be a good game.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
It'll be a good game.
Good, though. You say it's gonna be a good game. So
I'm saying matchup though. Like,
it's
gonna
be a good
matchup.
game. It's gonna be a good game to watch. Throw the records out. Just watch. If we're watching it, you're gonna enjoy watching that game.
In terms of good matchups, though, we said Colts Bears good. We agreed on that.
Colts Bears is good.
Browns Cowboys.
Browns Cowboys is good. Raiders Bills is good. Patriots Chiefs is great. Yeah, and then I
think that's it. Like, for good matchup, I think there could be some good games here. I don't know. See, what's the definition of matchup?
Right, that's because when I think of a good game, I think that's a good matchup.
I think matchups just all right. Similar records, like bigger records, good records.
Yeah, but this is my thing. Like, when I think of the records in this, I also have to look at the statistics, and I look at that Falcons offense and look at the fact that they've been able to put up points in every single game. It's a reason why we talk about them choking a lead off, because they have scored 30 points and are in the lead with the fourth quarter with, a couple minutes left. So they're not a terrible team. Let's be real about it. They're not. Now, in terms of them closing out games, that's a different conversation. But that's why I think it's still going to be a good game and it's a good matchup, because it's certain things that they're going to be able to do that's going to give that Packers defense trouble. So, yeah.
It's one of the... All right, so let's say this was fast-forwarded to week 10, and the Falcons' record was like 3-7, and the Packers were like 7-2.
If you're that far in the season.
You know what I mean?
Right now, though, at the 4-week mark,
0-3 with the Falcons. It just it doesn't feel right.
This is my thing and this is why I say at this point I'm not really worried about the records, because a 3-0 Chicago team versus a 0-3 Texans team. To me, the 0-3 Texans team is it's not light years, but it's definitely clearly better than that 3-0 Bears team.
Yeah.
So for me, like, that's why, like, at this junction in the season, the record it still doesn't hold as much weight because it's still so early. When you're talking about getting into week 8, 9, 10, by now it's a lot different. We've seen a full development. There's no more, it was just a couple of bad matchups. It was this, it was that. Nah, we know who you are by then.
It can still be a good game at that point. It's just like the implications of the game aren't as big, Yeah,
but I just think at the going into the week, the fourth game of the season, I just right now, I don't want to solely base it off of just the record. You know what I mean? Because
that's fair.
Yeah, like I said, man, with the Texans at 0-3, we can all agree the Texans are a good team, man. When you look at them compared to Chicago that's 3-0, it's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference. Especially when with your boy Trubisky at the helm, it's a difference. A big difference.
Not my boy.
That's your boy. It's a difference. That's what I'm saying, man.
No way. I put him in my D tier, dude. I did a little tier rankings on my YouTube. I put him in the D tier, dude, before the season. No way. I did the joke about him flipping the switch, but that's all it was, a joke. Yeah. I don't think he's good, dude.
Nah, bro. You don't got it. You don't have it. But I can tell you somebody who does have it.
What was this? NBA swap here? NBA?
That man. Did you see him last night?
LeBron.
And he went crazy. But Brown
in the background, because I saw the scores get out of hand and kind of stopped tuning in. Be honest with you, I really think the series is over.
Oh, don't you say that, man. It's not over, bro.
Sweep don't 5 games at max.
Now, listen, I would love that, because you see, that would show the Mamba mentality. God rest the dead here. But, man, when you think about just how these series has played out thus far, we've seen a lot of teams in the bubble have crazy game ones. We talked about this is the first game one that the Lakers have won. No. Well, actually, did they win game one against the Nuggets? I don't remember.
I can't remember either. I think they did.
I know Portland won game one, and I know
they did against Denver. Yeah.
Okay, so that's my only thing. I'm just like, this makes me.
Nah, dude. I'm not. The injuries. They're saying Dragic is doubtful.
Man, I'm not hearing
Bam.
that.
They're saying Bam is doubtful too.
I'm not hearing none of that. Them boys will be ready to play.
They didn't even have.
Jimmy rolled his ankle, and he's stay right in the game. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, man. You gonna Paul Pierce me? You gonna roll off in the wheelchair and come back and drop the game winner? Nah, nope. It's over when they get 4 wins. Then we can start talking about all that. But until then, yeah,
I'm saying it now.
You can't sleep on them guys, man.
No, I am.
Can't see. You saw Hero. Hero looked good.
Nah, it was a good run. It was a cute game because I don't think he dropped 30 after that.
I don't think
he averaged.
He had 20, right?
He averaged 19 for the whole series. Yeah. So I don't know I can't remember what his other numbers were. I was looking at it whenever he was responding. I think he was responding to Pierce actually.
Yeah, he was.
Because Pierce was ripping on him. But yeah, it was good. Like he's having a good little rookie run. He had a good game, but come on, dude. Lakers are just outclassing him here.
But my thing is, you don't think Duncan Robinson gonna be able to step up a little bit, bro?
No, I actually think we had this exact same combo off the mic.
What about Jimmy Buckets
it's over,
though?
Dude. No,
Jimmy Buckets is hooping, bro.
It was over
Jimmy
before
got
the season
that dog
started.
in him too. Jimmy got a dog in him.
He's not LeBron. He's not AD.
But he's tough though.
No, come on.
And Spo, come on, Eric Spoelstra knows LeBron's strengths and weaknesses. He coached that man to a championship, bro.
It doesn't
to
matter.
multiple championships.
That means nothing.
Pat Riley, come on, bro. He knows everything.
If he don't got the players, it don't matter.
You know what they called this, man? They said this could be like the massacre in LA or something like that, right? When that's what I heard. They said, yeah, man, remember LA got blew out in game 1 and then they went on and won 4 straight, something like that. Maybe this is that situation.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's over.
You never know, right?
No, it's over, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's
all
over.
right, I will say this, bro. Last night watching that game, that was the first time I've watched LeBron in the finals, and I felt like, dang, he's like, they have the far away better team. Like, not even close. I never felt that watching any of LeBron's finals, even versus Dallas, the first one, right? Or his second one, because obviously in Cleveland, we knew that was a joke with the team he took there. But his first year in Miami, when they lost to the Mavericks, I still was like, yo, Dirk can hoop. They had, Terry.
Dude, he should have won that.
No, I'm saying, but this is the thing.
Chemistry wasn't there. No,
this is the thing. He definitely should have won, without a doubt. But I'm saying we didn't feel like his team was just so drastically better than the Mavericks. Whereas, like, we watched them last night, I literally was asking, like, what can Miami do to legit like hang with them or do anything? Like, not once did we feel like that. In any other championships that I've watched LeBron playing, we know outside of probably 15 that first year and outside of that first year in Cleveland when he came back and they lost the year where Iggy gets the MVP, right?
Well, yeah, Kyrie and Love got hurt.
Right, we felt like that was the before the injuries. We felt that was probably the first time in a while where it was like, all right,
because we didn't know what Golden State was going to do. They were hot.
They were the new team, but
they were really hot.
Were different too in terms of their style of play.
Kyrie got hurt the first because they actually made it to the finals without Love. Yeah. Love got hurt in that
then Love
Celtics.
Came back. No, Love hurt his shoulder in the Celtics.
Yeah, he was out the whole finals.
He was out, and then Kyrie plays the first game,
and they go to OT,
going to overtime.
It's nuts, so after that, it was like, all right, let's see what happens here, and the Warriors had to have been the favorites there on out,
right? Like
in every game, or even probably the series if you were going to look at Vegas. But LeBron kept them. They were up 2-1 at one point. I can't really remember. It was with Dellavedova and Tristan Thompson as his main 2 guys.
Then the next year, they were definitely not the favorites because you had the 73-9 Warriors at the time. We felt their roster was crazy even without KD.
Yeah.
And then we know once KD got there. So that's why, like, when I was watching yesterday, I was like, man, is this really the first time in Bron's career where he's like the heavy favorite in the finals now? Because with OKC, when they played OKC,
I don't remember what the deal was. Yeah.
Russ and Durant, I don't feel like they were still the favorite, but I don't think it was heavy.
You still didn't know what was going to happen because LeBron didn't win a chip yet, and OKC was just with him, Harden and Westbrook, KD, Harden and Westbrook. Absolutely, you're like, man, are they going to win this quick?
Yeah, and then you saw with the Spurs with both of those matchups. You talking about games going 6 games, 7 games. Yeah, it not once have I felt throughout my whole LeBron life span over here, you know what I'm saying, that dude, Bron just, man, their team is just light years. It's not even close, regardless of Miami can have their best game and they're still not going to win. It's typically the other side. Typically, we're like, LeBron has to play crazy and somebody else has to do something for these guys to have a chance today.
No, you're right.
So I'm enjoying it, man, but don't jinx it, bro. Just let it vibe out,
dude, I'm just going it how it is, man.
Nah, just let it vibe out because you're the king of these early, I'm a double down, Clippers this, Nuggets that, Mavs this, and then we see how it always. Yeah, Bobo's the guy, man. Put Bobo away. He needs to play big minutes, man. I seen him in the exhibition. Yeah, I don't want none of that over here. All right, you keep your cold takes to yourself. All right, let me just enjoy my moment.
Man, what have I got right in this NBA playoff so far? I think that Luka's the truth. Is that it? Because I think we all can agree he's definitely the truth.
Yes. Offensively, yes.
I definitely got Clippers wrong. I said Kawhi is similar to Jordan here. Watch out.
Yeah.
A Bobo.
Yeah.
I said Lakers, Clippers, West Finals.
Yeah. Who did you have coming out the East? I thought you said Giannis for the East. I know I said Toronto.
I said that because I wanted Giannis. I think the real finals was going to be Lakers, Clippers, though. Whoever. That's what I really thought. I didn't really care who came out of the East.
I told you I thought the Clippers were going to get upset. I just didn't know by who.
No, you said Denver did. Yeah, you did. Like you gotta give yourself a pat on the back. You said that.
I felt, man. I don't know. It was weird watching them, man. And you know what it really was, bro.
You don't like the Clippers?
No. Patrick Beverley. He's the one. I don't like bench dudes beating your chest, doing all that barking. Like
did you hear what he said to Curry?
Oh yeah, he said, yeah, it's mine. You had the last couple of years, but I got the next 10 or next 5 years. I'm like, bro, stop. Like
you're the 7th best player on that team,
right? Like
6th max.
Come on, bro. What are we talking about here, man? No, he can't be the 6th. He has to be 7 because you got Lou Will and you still got Montrezl Harrell,
Paul George. Who you got after that? Zubac?
I would take him.
Shamet?
I would take them, yes. Bro, what did Damian Lillard say and Russ say? Pat Beverly got y'all fooled. He do all that barking. He got y'all fooled. Look at the numbers. That's all I'm saying, bro. Just look at the numbers, man. Yeah, so that for me, that was the biggest issue, man. When I forgot who they played. It might have been Portland in an exhibition game. Like, you know, when they were doing like the 8 games leading up, whatever. And I see Beverly on the side because remember he was hurt, and Dame missed the free throw, and Beverly's over there waving at him and doing all that. And I said from then on, I'm like, bro, nah, that is nah. He beating his chest a little too much. He talking a little too much, and he not Kawhi. And playoff Paul George, right? Yeah.
He turned around a little bit, but overall bad.
It turned around. What was it? Game 7? What did he do?
No. It was after. After that. It was like 2 or 3 games. It was that Maverick series. Yeah, he was terrible, but then he turned around where he finished out the series good,
and then he went back to who he was.
You're right. Yeah, nothing too crazy from there.
So that's my whole thing with that, man. But I'm enjoying LeBron because LeBron stayed humble through it all. He's been making a difference. People tried to give him crap for when he was talking about potentially having the guys not play because of the whole social injustice things and stuff like that. But it's just good to see him just staying focused. I'm kind of
under the radar.
And I'm enjoying playoff social media Bron too. Because usually we go 0 dark 30 and I don't get no comments, no nothing, no pictures to like from Bron, but I'm getting daily content from Bron still, man. So shout out to him, man. Last year was hard for me, man. 9 years in a row, seeing my man in the finals, and then last year I had to take that year off. I ain't know what to do with myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
But it's good. It's good to see him back where he belongs. And up 1-0 in the series, baby. Let's go, Bron mama mentality.
Is it possible AD wins MVP?
I don't care. He could. He's hooping. I think it's going to be one of those. Do you look at the guy who scored more or the guy who had the triple-double or was close to a triple-double?
The only reason I bring that up is that would be the knock against LeBron for whenever people talk about LeBron versus Jordan. You know what I mean?
We already know that they're going to hit you with he did it in a bubble. That was different. The season was this.
Well, they're going to hit you with that's false.
And then they hit you with you see his record in the finals. He's been swept, man. Jordan would never get swept in the finals. Then it's like, Bron's never been swept in the first round either. Jordan has. Jordan losing the first round. Bron don't. So I'm not going to the finals against a guy compared to a dude that was getting beat in the first round. It is what it is. So I feel like the people that are going to look for them excuses are going to have their mind set up anyways. Because when you break it down that simple, look at his finals record, and you say, look at his first round record. Yeah.
But the MVP though.
Understandable.
Listen, I would have to stay consistent with this because I wouldn't hold it against LeBron really because
let me see if you're going where I think you're going.
The Ben MVP, Super Bowl MVP with Holmes because I think Ben should have won there. And if for some reason he doesn't get here, I don't know if it's necessarily something especially if he plays really good. Like if it's a discussion of like, should they be co-MVP or something, they give it to Davis. Yeah. I don't think that should be something that should be held against them.
This way, I said, man, I look at how people view Kobe, right? People talk about Kobe, man. Oh man, Bron's not in the conversation with Kobe. First, look how many Kobe rings got, this and that. But then when you look at with Kobe's rings, how many MVPs does he have? And people still view him how they viewed him, dead or alive, how they would view him, right? Keep the same energy. shoot, if Brian go out here and win the next couple ones, but AD's getting MVPs, you don't hold out against Kobe when he was out there with Shaq, and Shaq was getting MVP. So keep it the same, baby.
Probably just when you're comparing him to Jordan, though. That's gonna be that's when everything's getting thrown out on the tip. You know what I mean?
I'm just throwing it out there. I just feel like, man, people gonna have their mind made up regardless.
I think
just enjoy greatness. I'm enjoying my greatness, and that's that. But we already talked about that too. Not even sports, just people in general. They got a rank. Oh, it has to be somebody has to be better than the other. This guy has to be great. Or, all right, we know he's great. Now we got to move on to the next great guy. All right, LeBron was the guy. Now it's Giannis. All right, it's not Giannis. All right,
it's not Giannis.
Now it's Harden. Oh, it's not Harden. All right, it's
Harden.
Steph Curry. Oh, it's not Curry. All right, now it's Durant. Oh, it's not Durant. All right, now it's Kawhi. It's like we never just appreciate the moment. We never just appreciate the greatness we're witnessing. We see it in hockey. We see it in soccer. You name a sport where there's been a dominant play. How many times we heard, oh, this guy's going to be the next Tiger Woods right here. Bro, just let it
Spieth
be,
and
man.
McIlroy had the best chance.
Right,
they couldn't do it. They couldn't close it out.
I feel like we're so quick to just move on to the next. This is going to be the guy. No, just enjoy the guy while you have the guy. Enjoy Brian while you got Brian. You enjoyed Jordan when you had Jordan. You enjoyed Kobe when we had Kobe. Like, enjoy the guy. Now that he's the guy right now, man.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know how much they touch on this because I know they do whenever Jordan was doing the Dream Team with USA and he was playing with Magic and Bird. There was maybe some comparisons there. I wonder how much of throughout Jordan's career was it like, oh, is he better than Magic?
Right.
Is he better than this dude? Was that even going on, or was it
I don't
just?
Remember. Granted, I was
my
young.
guess
I
is.
don't remember that though.
My guess is the Jordan brand was just taken off, and it was such a new thing where sports marketing, the globalness of the game, and Jordan all colliding at once. I don't think anyone was thinking about that legacy type of stuff.
Because Jordan, he was a part of that group.
That's my guess, though.
To, like,
someone
the
could tell me I'm wrong.
standpoint too, to make it like bigger than life. So, yeah.
Yeah, they probably appreciated it more.
Absolutely. Do we do that in football? Oh yeah, with Tom Brady. Oh yeah, he's not the GOAT anymore. Now it's gonna be Russ. So it's not Russ. Now it's Mahomes now. So, or actually, it was Lamar.
Well, those are all wrong.
It was Mahomes. Then it was Lamar. Then it's back to Mahomes. Yeah, that's just how people word it, man.
Well, they're all wrong on this. So
I'm sure you would say that, man. I know you're going with who?
I
Sean
got
Sweetsom.
Sweetsom.
You don't like Sweet?
What are you talking? You talking about kickers?
Just GOAT all the time. Best player.
He didn't have much of a leg, dude. He was accurate.
What do you need? Accuracy, right?
I know, but you didn't feel good about anything over 50.
Is he accurate?
He was accurate. Then he got hurt. He got hurt though.
Shout out to the Hall of Fame game. Changed everything.
And is that was all the year of Scobie then Boz, right?
Yes, absolutely. Never forget.
I'd probably take Boz right now over Sweetsom.
Okay.
There it is. Back to debates. Comparing.
Always.
Boz got the leg.
But anywho, man, what we got else, man? You got anything else, bro?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. That series is over.
I'm gonna enjoy the series. In fact, it's a game tomorrow at 9:00. I plan on watching.
I'm happy they're doing. Are they doing every 2 days for the whole series? Typically they do. Some of them are 3. Whenever it was the fly back and forth.
This is definitely going to be the every other, because they were talking about it last night when Jimmy
you
got
might
hurt.
as well.
Yeah, I mean, just get it out the way. I'm with it, man.
Yeah. You're going up against football anyway.
Yeah, you don't want them problems. You don't want. You better be strategic with this finals. No Sunday games whatsoever.
Well,
no Monday nights.
It would be Sunday then if they do every other.
Yeah, but you make it Sunday.
Do I need to check?
What time would you have it on Sunday though? Need to check it, man.
You shouldn't. You should just do Monday at 5.
Yeah. No,
Monday at 6.
Because Sunday you're stuck, and definitely nothing at Monday at night. So
and Wednesday you're straight.
Yeah, you're good. Be over by Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's all you gotta do. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Just 4 days. That's all we need.
Yeah. No.
Call it a sweep. Golly, come on, Deke.
I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, that's the rotation. I think that's the rotation.
Just give them the next Friday. It's over. All right.
Yeah, it is. Okay. It is.
All right. Well, shoot, that was fun though,
that's
man.
That's it, bro. Yeah.
Once again, man, big time shout out though, man, to the 10,000 plus, man, that subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. We definitely appreciate you. Like I said, we're gonna keep the content coming, but kick back and enjoy your bye week. Cause we on bye week now. So with that being said, looking at this clock, we worked 20, 30 minutes longer than we needed to. So enjoy this Tuitt interview for those that haven't checked it out. For those that have, enjoy it again. And yeah.
Stay chilling.
And until next time.
Yeah. I've been doing stay chilling on some of my own shit. Stay chilling. We appreciate everyone for tuning in.
And until next time.
Peace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This guest right here, man, he's been on before. He's our first repeat guest, man. We're excited to have him. Former second-round pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he's balling out per usual, ladies and gentlemen, out of Notre Dame, Mr. Stephon Tuitt. Tuitt, what's good, baby?
Good to see you. Good to hear from both of you again. Thanks for having me again.
No doubt, man. You know, man, we were hyped. We said, man, Tuitt, he was doing his thing last year. He back doing his thing again, man. Let's get him back out here.
Yeah, true. Blessings on blessings. I'm glad to be back out on the football
field. Facts, man. Hey, so talk a little bit about, man, just how your body's been feeling. Recovering last year from the pec injury. Just how's that been going on for you so far this year?
Well, the pec is back stronger than it was even last year. You know, when you hurt
that
the way when you get hurt. The way I got hurt at the time that I got hurt, I had nothing but time. So I just got an opportunity to just really train my whole body and just fix a lot of things. And also with that time off, I got a chance to heal other things on my body too as well that were probably nagging. So it actually ended up being a benefit for me for my second half of my NFL career push.
I like that. There we go. And now talk a little bit too, man, mentally, what was that like for you? Because you were off to a crazy start last year, man. We were over here looking like, yo, he's about to get Pro Bowl, all pro, double-digit sacks. Like, it's happening. And then you got hurt, man. So just mentally, man, what was that like for you?
Oh, it was devastating. You know, we played together.
Yeah.
And, when you work every year to get better and better and better, and finally everything clicks and it's all taken away from one play, that could be very hard mentally. At the same time, you just get a chance to understand like you're in a dark place for a long time until you get able to get out of it. And, it's very important to have very good people in your corner during those times, because it's just as if like you worked hard for all that time just to be hurt within 5 or 6 games of the season and not able to come back or play again. It was very devastating from that manner, but I just kept my head in my faith. I continue to push and just don't quit. I had a non-quit mentality and was decided to get back on the field with these guys and once again prove that I'm a top caliber defensive lineman in the NFL.
I love it, man. And for you, man, just seeing you be able to be resilient like that. I thought back to, I think it was 2016, man, first game of the year against Cleveland. You end up, hurting your bicep. And I just remember being frustrated, like, dude, you put so much work in. We know how talented you are, to see it taken away, man. So it's good to see you stayed up, man, positive spirits. And now you're reaping the fruits of those blessings, man.
Yep. And just taking it one game at a time. And, we surrounded by great players, so it makes it easier too. Not having to always have 2 blockers or anything like that.
Ain't that the truth?
Can you talk about Big Ben's return and what it means for the defense? Maybe there's little nuances or little things that the average person or fan wouldn't understand that his, return, like just what's been the difference from last year to this year?
Well, I think last game just showed you right there what his return is like. We was on the field for I think 40-something snaps. That was
crazy.
That right there tells you like what his return means. But no, this guy, 17, 18 seasons so far with the Pittsburgh Steelers, a Hall of Fame future quarterback. This guy done seen every defense you could possibly throw at him. And just like you said, he got poise. He's been in this game many, many years, and he understands this game from all aspects. And I think he gives a lot of the guys on the offense confidence too, especially when you got a guy like that slinging the ball around. It always give you a chance, and that's all you need.
Talk about that, man. That's the truth. Now, y'all sitting at 3-0, man, undefeated, starting out the season, man. Just talk about what have you been most impressed with from y'all as a whole right now?
Well, right now, I like that, we had a game where the offense did really good and helped us, especially in this last game where we gave up 21 points. We also had a time when the defense did pretty good when our offense was trying to catch up, and do their part to help us come through and win the game. I think right now, I think our team is really good when it comes to being able to answer for each other and be there. And that's what we're going to continue to do. And when we have games where both sides are clicking, I think that's going to be a very scary sight. So, without any preseason games, and for us to be 3-0 right now, as if 3-0 in a preseason type mode,
right,
but it's in a regular season mode, I think that's really good. And because it's not like you're going against teams that's just out here having any other type of guys. Like They have their starters out here too, just like we do. So every win count in the league, and for us to continue to push in every week in and week out and keep getting these wins is huge. But when we start clicking together, I think we got a very scary team.
No question, man.
What's been the most surprising thing to you about having no fans in the stadium, whether it's good or bad?
Well, I'll probably say from the energy standpoint, the fans always bring the energy. And it's just like, things kind of hit differently without the fans there. It does feel like a practice sometimes, but you have to, I would probably say that's the con side of it. The pro side of it is, it's kind of almost back to Little League in a weird way when it comes to just like you, your team, and probably just having your family around. It's really just there, just being like supporting your teammates and while you go into these games and play and, creating that own energy for yourself and your team. And I think that's a little bit of the rawness that's kind of back in this season.
That's different. See, I like that right there. Now, with the Titans game, man, being moved from Sunday at 1:00 to either Monday or Tuesday, just talk about how you've been handling this situation, man. I know it's very fluid right now.
Well, how we handling it. We handling it like we're going to be prepared to play Sunday, but then they just changed that. So we handle it now like we're prepared to play Monday. But whenever they choose to play the game, we're going to be prepared to do it, and we're not going to stay off from it.
There we go.
What was your initial reaction to the news that they had, 3 players test positive? I think, the news dropped yesterday. Yeah. So what was your initial reaction?
Well, the initial reaction is, of course, what everybody else is thinking. Everybody got family members back at home. And, when they done playing this game, when we done practicing, when we done playing football games, we all go back home to our families. And I have a wife. I have 2 kids. Cam have wives and 2 kids. Tyson have a wife and a couple kids. It's just like, a lot of these guys, they're veterans now. Our families at home. So I guess the risk is, going to a game like this and having your coming back and having your family contract this virus, I think could have, a little mental psyche, wall for players to like get over. But, like I said, I told my wife to leave for a couple of days. And, after I take my test and do the things that I need to do, if everything is clear, she could come back. But I think we all know the sacrifices we chose to do to be able to play this game we love. And I think our families understand that too as well.
Man, I'm actually glad that you talked a bit about the family side of it, because I do think that's what's getting lost throughout this whole COVID situation, especially when it comes to sports. People forget that you guys have wives, you have family members that you're going back home to and potentially are jeopardizing and things like that, man. So that's good to hear that you're taking precautions and things like that,
Yeah, and you just have to. It's just because, like you said, we all play this game to be able to create a second opportunity for ourselves afterwards. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you don't want to play this game while you're jeopardizing the possible chance of losing the life of a loved one. And I think some of those people already opted out if they had any, I guess, underlying issues that probably would have been affected by the COVID. We were blessed enough to not be involved in that situation. But in the situation that we are probably going to be in now, with a possible chance of playing an outbreak team that could not, like somebody could be hiding, like there could be a person hiding with the underlying issue going on into the game. And, we may end up all getting it, but we won't know till that time to come back home and bring that to our families. That is, like you just said, people don't know that. And that's the risk we take. So that's why I said I speak to my family. We're very upfront, very honest with things that we, especially like games like this going in, saying like, hey, you need to be gone for like 10 days. You need to be gone for like a week or 2 weeks. You need to have this opportunity to be with your parents or my parents and the kids too, to get away. And even though we're like away from our families for a couple weeks, it's just precautionary. It's just, hey, I may have something. And if I do, I don't want you guys here. I'd rather wait it out, get this out of my system, and then you guys can come back. I wouldn't want to pass this to you. And then you passing this to you, and, you see your family and you pass it into your family. There's a lot of risk at that.
Very true, man. And like I said, man, we definitely tip our cap to you guys for that, man, and keep you in our prayers as well, man. But
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. But come on, my brother, you already know this, man. Now, Derrick Henry, man, we've seen the type of running back he is. We know what type of success he's been able to have this season thus far. Just talk about the challenges of stopping him this week, man. What's that like for you guys?
Man, that man is a elk. That man is a full-out moose. That man, it's unbelievable for a man that size to move the way he moved. It's crazy. That's why you see why I can see why the secondary have problems tackling a man that big. He's basically as deep as an end running.
Seriously,
it's unbelievable. Yeah, but I think of a guy like him, we just got to play stout. And almost like old school football, stay in our gaps and stop him before he really gets moving. Because once he gets moving, it's hard. He's a hard man to bring down, and he got a very powerful stiff arm that he be just completely throwing people off with. So we just need to make sure we stop him from getting going and getting into second gear, and we should be fine.
I like that.
Now, do you have any other concerns coming up to this Tennessee game, whether it is like traveling down there, having the extra day, maybe how that affects the schedule for the weeks going forward? Or I don't know if there's just like a general sentiment, maybe some conversations that you guys have had amongst the locker room just going forward into this game. It could even be on the field outside of the Derrick Henry talk, but just anything, I guess, that's sticking out to you in your mind that's maybe a general sentiment within the locker room.
Well, no, I think if you was inside the locker room and hearing it from the coach's standpoint, I think if you're in football, especially in a professional league or any professional sport you play, you just don't like uncertainty. And I think that's basically the biggest issue right now is uncertainty. Because every day is a plan. Everybody got a ritual that they do. Everybody got something they do before they go play the next game.
Creatures of habit.
Right now, yeah. And so right now you have uncertainty. And I think that's the biggest thing that's probably the biggest issue for players, coaches, and the NFL in general itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I have a quick question. It's maybe kind of a funny question, but I got a ritual going on right now. Little superstitious. I got a beard that I'm growing. We're 3-0 right now. I'm predicting the same record every week. Do you have a ritual that's, I don't know, maybe getting messed up a little bit or some type of superstitious thing that you have going on?
I just had this conversation with TJ and Cam actually today about superstitions and rituals and things like that. And Cam was like, he's going to cut his hair off if you don't get a sack. Just things like that, And, TJ was talking about how he don't have it. And then as he was explaining it, he was explaining all the superstition things that people would have. So I just think I don't really have a superstition. I just believe in I don't call it superstition because it's the regular thing that we do. That's just, like I said, get your workouts in, get your IVs in, just do all the things that you do already when you start training camp. And then, you'll be fine. I feel like if I miss one of those, then I'd probably be like a little weirded out.
I like that. Now, before we let you go, man, we got to ask you, man, you got another Notre Dame guy on the team, Chase Claypool, man. Just talk about what that's been like for you guys, man. And particularly you having another Notre Dame guy on the squad with yourself, man.
Well, it's two of us now, so, we leprechauns out.
Oh, man.
Go Irish, represent 574. That's what we do. No need to throw up gang signs.
We throw up our fists. 574.
That's just how we are, man. But Claypool, you got a chance to see the talent he is. And I said it on my Twitter when we first drafted him, and I said it to teammates. I think this guy got a chance to be a very good receiver. He's physical. He's fast. He would have a problem for the safeties and DBs in the NFL. And once he get everything down packed, especially after this year, he already doing big things. But especially as time come along, and he start understanding the offense, I think he'll be a real problem. And you already heard it from an All-Pro DB himself, Joe Hayden. I think he ended up saying that this guy is a problem for DBs, and you're already seeing flashes of that now.
No question, man. Yeah, you watch him on tape, dude. He flashes. It's crazy, man. Big time catch radius. I'm preaching to the choir right here, man. So yeah, but that's dope though, man. I'm glad that you enjoying your Notre Dame brother, your 574 brother in the building. Hey, but man, we really appreciate you, man, hopping back on with us again, man. Always fun talking with you, man. Wish you nothing but the best. Definitely, like I said, praying for you through this whole situation too, man. And just keep being great, bro.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.